Mr. Brad Watkins, followed by Solomon Mooney. Name and address for the record, please.
Brad Watkins, 73 Clark, Apartment 3. Ladies and gentlemen of the council, let me take you back to how this all started. In 2008, what started this conversation about the Civilian Law Enforcement Review Board began with the savage beating of DeWanna Johnson, which was seen in front of this city. That's how this started. It prompted Councilwoman Fully Love to sponsor a resolution that this body voted on that called for an audit of the Civilian Law Enforcement Review Board and Internal Affairs. The result of that audit that came back to this body was that CLERB did not have the tools to do the task that it was given. And therefore, this body, in a resolution sponsored by Councilman Fully Love, Councilman Flynn, and then Councilwoman Ware, called for the creation of a task force made up of MPD, the Warden Administration, and representation from the Memphis Police Association in order to bring you alternatives and other ways to make the Civilian Law Enforcement Review Board better. That body never met. And at one point, at no point in the past 7 years, have any of those parties brought to you any kind of actionable item in order to improve the situation. That is because these institutions have no self-interest in doing that. What I've given to each and every one of you is from a Freedom of Information Act request from the Public Defender's Office at 201. This is every law enforcement officer who has been indicted or arrested from 2002 to the present. If this was just a question of bad apples and not a question of a systemic problem that is beyond the individual, you would have run out of cops to indict by now. It would have worked itself out. This doesn't mean that all police officers are bad, and the fact that people keep bringing that up is a dodge to the real question of, do we have a system of accountability that weeds out these problems before they escalate? Mike McCord just got arrested again. He was fired from the department and got a job with Millington. The MPD is now up on charges again. A competent Civilian Law Enforcement Review Board could stop these things from happening in their tracks. I urge you to vote yes.
Thank you so much.